Welcome to Everyday Linux User. This is a video discussing my first impressions of Pop! OS 2404. So Pop! OS is a distribution created by System 76, who make computers for Linux, specifically for Linux. And it's been around a while. The previous version was 2204. Now, what I would say is that the release schedule seems to be fairly ad hoc. So, we haven't had one since 2204, and now we've got 2404, which has come at the end of December or end of November, early December in 2025, which means it's not like there's a regular release of Pop! OS. As a distribution, I used to recommend it for the everyday Linux user because it's easy to use, easy to install, etc. And I'm going to discuss in this video whether I still think that is the case. So this is used in the Cosmic desktop environment, and the Cosmic desktop environment is a very nice desktop environment. It's kind of GNOME based, but its own quirks. So for instance, if we look at the menu, it drops down from the top, and you can create these little folders where you can drop all your applications and stuff. So you can create as many of these as you want, and you can place your applications in there. So that's a nice feature. And then you've got this dock down the bottom, so you've got a quick launch. So if I wanted to find VLC, for instance, I can do that, and it finds all the things you're looking for. And then you've got this workspaces, which brings the different workspaces in the left hand side. So that's really nice as well. Up here, you've got applications, the same as pressing this button here. On the dock itself, you've got some applications. You've got Firefox, you've got the Cosmic Files, which is the file manager, and it works pretty decent. It's the same as the GNOME one, really. You've got a text editor called the Cosmic Text Editor, fairly basic. You've got a terminal, the Cosmic Store, which we'll go into, Cosmic Settings, and then I've installed Kdenlive and OBS. So as I say, it's GNOME based, so setting up things like internet is quite easy to do. If I go up here, you can see if I want to connect to a wireless network, I just need to pick one off the list. Same with Bluetooth. If I want Bluetooth, I just need to click on the Bluetooth device. If I don't know what my Bluetooth device is, I go down here and then I do search, and it will find nearby devices. So that works well. If we go for printing, you can just type in here what you're looking for. So because I wanted printing, I go there, and it found that automatically. So the hardware all set up really easily. Installation, I'll show you the install routine now. I created a dual boot guide, and dual booting on Pop! OS isn't the most simple, straightforward experience. I think System 76 have made Pop! OS so it's supposed to be the only distribution on a machine. If you just go down the straightforward route, then it's dead easy to actually install Pop! OS as shown here. So applications wise, we'll go through them quickly. So I installed Audacity and Spotify, and I'll show you how I did that. Sound Recorder I think came by default. Under games, I installed all these emulators, so you can see these are all available from the store. LibreOffice was installed by default, as was Thunderbird and the document viewer and an image viewer. Under system, you've got Cosmic Settings, you've got a USB flasher if you want to create a new USB. You've got Repo Man, which enables you to manage your repos, so if you want to put other repos on there, printing, iBus preferences, etc. Under utilities, I've installed some of these, such as the Raspberry Pi Imager, etc. And I installed tweaks for Cosmic and quick web apps, but you get a few of them like Text Editor and Terminal by default, Cosmic Files, Cosmic Screenshot. Under video, I installed VLC, the Cosmic Media Player. I'm going to show you that shortly. It's a bit like the GNOME Media Player. I just install VLC because I don't think the Cosmic Media Player works as well as it should. Under web, Firefox, and then you can add your own groups in. So that is your applications. So let's look at this Cosmic Store, and it works quite well. So under Explore, you can look at the editor's choice. So if you want Visual Studio Code, this is where I got Spotify from. And if you click the seal, you can see all the editor's choice here. You can see popular apps by clicking here. So if you want Chrome instead of Firefox, you can do that. Brave. You can, if you're a developer, there's Postman, Microsoft Edge if you prefer Microsoft Edge. I'm not sure many people would for Linux, but there's plenty of choice of applications. So you can see that's where I got Audacity from, and there's quite a lot of apps here. Unfortunately, you have to scroll to the top if you want to go back again. We can make this larger, of course. Recently updated, you've got development tools, and it's now broken down into categories that you can switch through, or you can just go through here and look at the apps down the left hand side. And lots of Flatpaks available, so it's all Flatpak based. It's this system's built for the average user to use. It's not built for tech heads who like to be in the terminal all the time. It's a bit like Mint in that regard. It's built for you just to use the distro as is. We've got the Cosmic settings. So if we go here, Bluetooth, accessibility, you've got desktop settings, so you can change the wallpaper if you want. There's a few available. You can add in your own images, and when you do that, it's just going to go to a file manager, and you just go to the pictures and then pick the picture that you want to use. You can change appearances from dark to light mode. You can have a window background if you want, container backgrounds. You can change the style of things from round, slightly round, square. There's a few settings you can have. You can change panel settings, dock settings. So the panel is the one at the top, the dock is the one at the bottom. And then you've got window management and workspace behavior. You can set up your screen resolution, etc. here. You've got sound, all the things you'd expect, power. Now this is one thing I've never liked about, I'm using a desktop. If I've got my computer on, it's because I want it on. I don't like the screen turning off, so I always end up setting this to never, automatically suspend, never. Generally, if I've got something running and I'm not using the computer, it's because like maybe I've got a video processing and I don't want it to screen blank or suspend or anything. Input device, you can deal with your keyboards and mice. Applications, you can set your default applications. So for videos, I have set video to be VLC. Music, I haven't installed a music player. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow you to choose Spotify as a default audio player, but you can set applications to run at startup. And then you've got the X11 compatibility layer. Because this is Wayland based, you can choose whether to have X11 apps working as well. So from most users' point of view, Pop! OS is a good choice. So for my first impressions is this is really suitable for the everyday Linux user. Like I said, if you're doing dual booting, not so much. It's quite a tricky process to dual boot, but for a standard install, it's fine. The only quirk I've really found whilst using this is with the videos. So for instance, I created a video showing the best and worst distros of 2025. And if I run it in VLC, it works fine. If I run it with Cosmic Media Player, then the sound... Welcome to Everyday Linux User. This year I have reviewed 21 different distros, and in this video I am going to rank the distros in reverse order from worst to best. The video's slower than it should be, so it's not ideal. I would say VLC is the best thing to use instead of the Cosmic Media Player. Am I happy with Pop! OS? Yes, I mean, I'd say the main issues I have with Pop! OS is 1, the installer is quite basic, 2, that media player doesn't work, and 3, the release schedule. It's based on Ubuntu 24.04. So you've got 24.04, which is the long-term support release of Ubuntu, but we're heading into 2026, and there's going to be a new Ubuntu 26.04, which will be a long-term support release, which means Pop is instantly going to be behind the latest long-term support release of Ubuntu within the space of a few months. So I think the release schedule needs to be quicker. It needs to come out a lot quicker. Now I appreciate they've been working on this Cosmic desktop and it works well, but I think that holds it back a little bit in my estimation. So at the moment it's using Ubuntu 24.04. That's fine, it's long-term support, it makes it stable, but in 26.04 it means you're now 2 years basically behind the latest long-term support, so they'll need to release again, I think, to catch up. But that is really it. I do like Pop! OS. It does work, and it is good for the everyday Linux user. Probably for more higher spec machines than lower spec ones. The Cosmic like GNOME isn't for lower end machines. But let's actually have a look at the system info. Bear in mind I am recording, so currently using 3.5 gigs of memory. Allow for the video to be say it was half a gig of that, it's still 3 gig. It's idle, I can tell you, it's about 2.3, 2.4, maybe 2.5 gigabytes in size, so it's quite a chunky desktop compared to something like, it's definitely Execute or something like that. But even KDE is, if you've seen my video on KDE Neon or Q4 something like that, they're about the 1.3, 1.4 mark in terms of memory usage. So yeah, if you've got low memory, then Pop! OS might not be what you're looking for. But then I'm sure System 76 would say go and buy one of our decent System 76 machines and everything will be fine. But that is the end of the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on Everyday Linux User.